We're with your boy Nate Diaz,
Yeah.
and TMZ comes up.
Boys right here, fight him. We're talking my name, and anybody in there.
He could fight my boy. Camera pans
Yeah.
over to you, but I'll let you tell it. Eric Shermanar here. I'm here with my guy Nick Maximov. I should introduce you. This is actually our first time meeting. We have some mutual friends with Cap and then Nate Diaz, obviously. But for those of you, Cap's the man. We should have got him on here next time, though.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know Nick Maximov, former UFC fighter, 14-2 record, and honestly, most popular. I'm not taking away from your skills, but he's the face of one of the biggest UFC memes that's really ever gone on in MMA history.
Sure, big time. I know.
Right. I'll probably drop it in right here.
Be a bitch. My boys right here, fight him. We're talking my name, and anybody in the higher level, even.
We're with your boy Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
And TMZ comes up. It might have been Cat behind the camera.
It was Cat, bro.
Right.
Did me dirty.
And he's talking about Chimaev, right?
Yeah.
I guess I'll let you tell the story, but how we saw it was they say, Nate, why don't you fight Chimaev? It was right around the time when he was booked to fight him. And Nate was like, nah, he still has some coming up to do. He could fight my boy. Camera pans over to you. And the narrative walking away was like, why'd he throw me under the bus like that? But I'll let you tell it. Go ahead.
It was funny. The funniest one's like with the dog at the end of it too. That's the funniest meme for sure.
Right.
That's not how, because that's not. It's funnier too to me because that's not how I felt. It's just how I looked, bro. It was crazy. We were at Brick House in LA, the boxing gym. And that was like one of my not first times, but like really hanging with Cap, right? And we smoked after practice, and it was like midnight, bro. And we were at Brick House, and Timsy's like, let me get an interview to Nate. And so he pulls up or whatever, and he gets an interview, and they're just talking, and like literally how you guys heard it the first time is how I heard it in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like that when I first heard, that was my honest to God reaction. I was like, it's not how I felt, but I was just looking at him like, why? What the fuck, bro? Like, why did it pan to me? You know what I'm saying?
Why did Nate want you to fight Chimaev at that moment? Why
Well, Chimaev was only like 2-0 in the UFC at the time, and I think I was 1-0, and I was gonna fight on or maybe Chimaev was like 3-0 because he did those like 3 fights hella short, and I was going in to fight I think Puna, and it was around that time, so it would have been a good fight for sure, but
Well, that's the crazy thing because that meme obviously still goes viral today, and that was what, like 6 years ago, right?
Probably like four years
ago. Either way, quite a long time ago. And like you just said, the narrative at the time, that wouldn't have been a crazy fight to make.
No, I don't think so either.
You were 2-0, like you said, probably 1-0, 2-0.
Yeah, I was going on 2-0. Yeah, but I had more. Yeah, but it's like also having Nate behind me was like a faster trajectory than anything too. You know what I'm saying? So that just like having when someone like him is pushing, a guy like me at the time, I was like, damn, bro, that's crazy, and it just takes off a lot quicker. So it would have been a crazy fight to have had for sure.
How do you think that one would have went?
Well, I just feel like I can negate a lot of his grappling and do anti what he does. And I think if you make him wrestle, he's obviously going to get more and more tired kind of as the fight goes on. I think that's what Sean Strickland did good in the first fight. I know the first round he kind of got mauled, but like Sean was defending at a pretty good rate, and that's also tiring on offense, bro. If you're trying to really choke a dude the whole 5 minutes, that's a lot of work. And I think I could do that really well. I had a couple, I think, unfortunate losses in the UFC. I had, some injuries. My last fight in the UFC, I completely tore my ACL, meniscus, and everything, and I still fought 2 more rounds. Stuff happens, but it is what it is, and I think I'm on a winning streak for a reason right now. And I fought the best guys outside the UFC, and I've knocked a few of them out. And I don't see why I shouldn't be back in the UFC by any means or doing the next best thing. So that's kind of how I feel. But I would love to fight those dudes for sure. And I train with the best dudes because a lot of them come to Santos and stuff. So it's like I already know how I am against these guys.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I wanted to ask you. That's what I wanted to ask you. And I want to get to all that, your fights outside of the UFC, where you're training now. But a lot of people don't know, even deeper behind that video is you've trained with Chimaev before. And, I don't know how public you want to get, but I've seen some leaked text messages with you and Chimaev's people.
It's always been kind of weird. I've never like trained one-on-one with him, but we've definitely been in the same area and doing the same thing. And it's definitely gotten we don't. His last camp, I definitely wasn't even around because before, you know, I know they didn't want me around, so I
Who
was just
didn't
kind
want you
of playing
around?
my part. Just I think people in this camp. Well, a couple of people has tried fighting me, like DMing me that I get real fights on the scene. Like one dude, the Real Hunter, he wanted to fight before he got in the UFC. And so he was calling me out when Khamzat was having his first camp with DDP. So he was kind of like, "Don't bring this fool in," because he wanted to fight me, and we were trying to make it happen. But he got called to the UFC and stuff. And
Oh,
so
wow.
I was on the same way. I was on the wavelength of fighting instead of training with them. I was coming in to fight them, and they didn't like. I don't think they liked that for sure. But
So they wouldn't let you in their camp.
yeah, but we were still crossing paths and stuff, but nothing like of it, you know. But yeah,
How old is
they
that
when he,
dude? The Real Hunter. How old is he?
I think he's like 25,
Oh, he's 25. I
26.
thought he was
Yeah,
younger
he's
than that.
young. He might even be younger. He might even be 24.
So
But
okay,
he's good. He's good
because I
for sure.
just
But I
he's
don't know.
good. He's tough. I just had a
Yeah.
good idea because we were talking in the group chat with Kat, and you mentioned some interest in possibly getting a wrestling match in RAF. Have you been
hmm
following that pretty closely?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're doing a great job.
Crushing it. And do you have a
They're
wrestling
crushing.
background?
Yeah, I wrestled. It's funny, bro. Where the place that Colby Covington won the Pac-10s at, like I was signed and wrestled there for a little bit. So I wrestled at Clackamas Community College. We went against John Jones's school, like Iowa Central, Daniel Cormier's school, where they went to junior college before they wrestled at the next level. Right, that's where I
Hmm.
was wrestling, and I pinned a few guys that I won the Pac-10s and the Pac-12s, and like I have a huge college wrestling background.
Yeah.
I used in the UFC. I broke the record for in the middleweight division for takedowns, and I think me and Hamza both have 11 takedowns.
That's crazy.
And his was a
In one
five
fight.
round fight. Mine was a 3 round fight. He actually might have 12, but his was 5 rounds. Mine was 3 rounds. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So you think you do pretty well in RAF because freestyle is kind of a
For
different
sure.
thing now.
No, yeah, I have a good freestyle background too, so I wouldn't even be tripping. I mean, that's what I want to do. I feel like I can wrestle better than a lot of those guys. You know, Colby and Armin had a good match for sure. Colby's a good wrestler, you know, and he's bigger and stuff. I think that had something to play in it, but yeah, I definitely think I could do something good in there, you know, wrestle like Dylan Dennis or something, you know, like
Dylan Dennis would be
do
good.
something.
I feel like he
Yeah.
would only pop out for like I don't know,
Mhm.
man, because it'd be tough. Like your
Crazy
first one
names.
getting you crazy
Yeah.
names. Like
And
not saying
yeah, I have to work my
obviously
way up, you
a
know what I'm
little bit,
saying?
right?
Even though
Like
I think
what?
technically I'm better than him, it's just he's got the name, right? You
Sure.
lost to Logan Paul and fucking everything, right?
What if you went against Real Hunter, dude?
I
That'd be
know
a
that'd be a
banger.
great. That'd be so sick. That'd be a banging wrestling match. But I don't know if he can wrestle like that. I'm telling you, when I wrestle, like I'll get down different, so it'll be cool. But I'll be hella down. That's a good ass idea. He'd be a good
Yeah,
wrestling
dude.
match. You know, I'd
Nick
be down for that.
Maximov and the Real Hunter.
Yeah, I'd be
RAF.
down for that.
I'm gonna hit
That'd
up
be
some people
sick.
from over there, dude. I think
That'd
if you
be
just start like
freaking
posting
rad.
shit, tagging them,
Yeah, I need to post
that'd
wrestling
be
videos and stuff. My old like UFC wrestling videos in college and stuff, like throwing down, bro. Because it's cool.
because
I have a
people don't
different.
know.
I'm funky. I'm funky when I wrestle. I do
Hell
weird
yeah.
stuff. So yeah.
Because I mean, when we look you up, you represent Nick Diaz Academy, but you were training at Santos today. Are you still training in Stockton?
Not as much anymore. No, I still keep in touch and try to show love and everything because they done a lot for me. Nate got me in the UFC, bro. So I owe so much to him and all of them, bro. They're all the homies forever. But I'm mostly with Jason Perillo. He's the boxing coach right now, and he trains Mackenzie and like Cheeto. He trained
Hmm.
Michael Bisping. He's on the old. If you watch Ultimate
Yeah,
Fighter, he's
yeah.
like the coach
I
with
just got done
Bisping.
watching it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's cool. And I went out there for that. That was cool. But yeah, I train mostly with Bisping. Perillo. Bisping comes down though and stuff too. Bisping's cool. He's
That's
a big
sweet.
ass dude, and yeah. But Perillo's cool, man. He gets you right for sure. You
Yeah, he's
know.
a genius, bro.
Right, man.
When you say
Yeah.
Nick or Nate rather kind of help get you in the UFC, what do you mean by that? How does someone help get you in the UFC?
Bro, how I got in the UFC is crazy. So I fought a contender series at heavyweight because my
Heavyweight?
middleweight dropped out. My middleweight dropped out
What?
2 weeks before. So they asked me to go heavyweight. I fought at heavyweight. I weighed 209 pounds, and dude was like 265. And it was the crazy thing at the time. It was during COVID, but I did that. They offered me Ultimate Fighter. I said no. We
Why'd you
roll
say
around
no?
it. I just felt like I should be in the UFC, bro. I've just always felt like I don't want it. The Ultimate Fighter is a brutal fucking show, dude. It's 4 weeks now. You got to like make weight two of those 4 weeks. Like it's hard, and I just get big. I just naturally balloon up, and I don't mean to, right? So I was just like, I feel like I need to be in the UFC, and then we go to Nate's about to fight Leon Edwards in Arizona, and we're like in Scottsdale or whatever, and he's doing the media. It's like a Wednesday. And they're all talking to him in an interview, and they're all like, "How do you feel about Contender Series?" And he's like, "Oh, my boy just won on that, da da da." And like, "How would you feel about him doing it again?" He's like, "Man, hell no." And he calls Hunter, and he's like, "Put my boy in the UFC." Da, da, da.
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right, we'll do." I wasn't even in
What?
there. The camera guy comes out. His name's Jeremy. He's like, "I think Nate just got you in the UFC." I'm like, "What are you
That's great.
talking about?" He's like, "I'm
Did they get
telling
your
you, bro."
reaction for
So
that?
we fly back a week later. I get, or not even like that Monday, I get a call from the UFC about taking a short notice fight on 9 days, and I took it. And the guy didn't end up, he got hurt, but then they sent me to a 4-fight contract after that.
Hell
So
yeah. So
crazy,
you
crazy
went,
story.
I get that is insane, dude. Nate's such a real dude, bro. The realest.
Hella
The
real.
realest
He's
ever.
hella cool. Yeah, hell
Um,
yeah.
dude, so I'm looking at it
Everyone.
now. You went Cody Brundage, good win, guy who's still in the UFC doing his
Yeah,
thing.
all of them are. All four of
Then
them are.
then you went Soriano. And that dude, I'm pretty sure he's on like a 4-fight win streak.
He might be
4 or
top
5.
15 in welterweight
He
soon.
might be top 15.
You know,
Split
like soon.
decision. Then
Yeah.
Andre Petrofsky, friend of the show, Philly guy.
Yeah. I got hurt in
Tough
that
guy.
fight, though. I was hurt in that one. Yeah. I was hurt in both my fights I lost, bro. So
And,
it's just, I had a shitty go
for
around.
sure. And then Jacob Malkoun, who, again, he's still a beast too. I forget who he just fought. I
Yeah.
think
He fought Terrence Finney.
GM3.
Oh,
No,
did he fight
GM3.
GM3?
Yeah, I think GM3 just fought. Let me see. Yeah,
I didn't
GM3.
think.
So I remember, because I remember watching on the Dana White Contender Series. I don't remember it was at heavyweight. But that seems weird. You had a 4-fight contract. You went 2-2. You're Nate Diaz's boy. You got a lot of hype behind you. You lost 2 close fights. Why did you just essentially get cut from the UFC? I don't really get it.
I don't either. I think that's the answer I'm still looking for 3 years later, whatever it is. And it's like, I can't, it's hard to just even get a straight answer. I don't know what it is. I'm trying hard. I'm tagging people. I'm posting. I'm like finishing fights. I'm beating everybody that I can outside the UFC. I'm getting tough ass fights. And it's like, I don't know. It's just hella weird. And I feel like there's guys in the UFC that are just like, not even trying to put anyone down, but like some of them, you see their records or just how they fight. You're like, damn, how's that dude still
Yeah.
rocking, bro? Like
Yeah.
crazy L's. But maybe he gets finished. Maybe he's 4-8 and he's gotten finished 8 times. And it's like, oh, throw him in there for the next guy. And it's like, I get it, but I don't, like at least put me in the mix.
Yeah.
I won't care. Just put me in. You know what I'm
100%.
saying?
So did you feel pressure leading up to that last fight with Jacob Malkoun? Did you know you might have been on the chopping block? Were you
I didn't feel any pressure. I felt hella good in the fight and stuff. I dropped him twice before I blew out my knee too, which is the most frustrating part. Or maybe I dropped him once and then blew out my knee and I dropped him again. But that was the most frustrating part. You know what I'm saying? And I felt good. I'm like, yeah, I'm like 24 at the time, and it's like, bro, just give me. You give hella people
24?
who are like 0-3 still goes, and if they win, they're 1-3, they're still rocking, and like same thing. It's like, bro, I'm gonna grow and develop over time. I'm only gonna get better, and it's like, just it's
Well,
crazy, bro. Like,
it
what the
is
hell?
crazy. But I mean, you're still young, dude. You're 28. You're on a 6-fight
Yeah.
win streak now. I want to get to that. I don't want to focus on these losses. But after that Malkoun loss, so you go to the locker room. Obviously, you're bummed out. The next day you're sore, whatever. When do you get that call or do you just not
Like
get
a
a
few
call and
months
that's how you
later.
find out?
It's like a few months later, like probably February, like
What
January.
did they
Like I think
what
I
did they
had my
say?
surgery. I think I had my surgery, and I didn't even get a call, bro. I think I heard it from my manager told my dad, and I think my dad told me, and I was
And how
like,
does that
damn.
look?
Well, and I just got surgery, so we're talking like another 14 months, bro. 14, 15
Mm.
months, which is crazy. Took me 18 months after the surgery to come back. I mean, that's a long time, it has you
Holy
thinking for sure. You know, like what am I gonna do, bro? Like I got cut too. Like they ain't even gonna give me another chance. Like that's crazy. Now I'm like, what
well,
do I gotta do to survive?
yeah, it's got to be had to be some scary times right there.
Heavy, bro. Especially you get cut from your dream job at 25 years old. You're like, what, bro? I just started.
But it's better to be cut when you're 25 than 35 because you have
Absolutely.
time to
Yeah.
get it back, right?
Absolutely. That's how I try to look at things too. I'm like, there's a positive in it somewhere, right? And I was thinking
Has
like
to
I'm
be.
just gonna go the Nick Diaz route, right? Where he fought like Strikeforce and Pride and stuff when he got cut from the UFC. I'm like, I gotta go do a run like that outside. That's how I thought originally, not anymore, but like at the time, I was like, I need to go like maybe I need to go to one, or maybe I need to go to like somewhere
Yeah.
outside of the country and go fight and go on a crazy run, and then they gotta sign me. Like that
It's a
RDR guy at
different
middleweight.
time though, man. Yeah, RDR. It's a
Absolutely.
different
Yeah,
time. Like when
for
Nick, I was
sure.
actually talking to my brother about this today, like specifically about Nick. When he was doing it, you kind of could get away with it a little bit more. Where
Yeah,
now they have such a monopoly, you got to be in the UFC, bro. You know,
absolutely. That's what I was saying. It's totally a monopoly, bro. And it's like Strikeforce and Pride were still competing. Pride was hella popular. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So was
yeah.
Strikeforce, WEC. WEC with like Uriah Faber was popping. Like there was other
Benson
shit that was
Henderson,
popping.
yeah,
You know? Yeah, exactly.
hmm
And
yeah.
now it's like it is a monopoly. Like the MVP actually did bring in a lot of eyes and stuff, you know? Like I do think it brought in a lot of people, but I
It's a
went to the
different
fight.
product.
It's a way yeah, it's definitely different for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I
Because
don't
you're
know.
you're a young guy, dude. You're still trying to be the best in the world. You know what I mean? Where guys on MVP, I'm not saying they're not the best in the world, but they're not competing for a championship right now. Where you're kind of like getting into your prime. And
Yeah.
I don't mean that to disrespect Ronda or obviously Nate, but these are people who already made it. It's like legends fights. It's a legends league where you got to
Yeah.
be in the UFC. So right now you're
Making
on a
that
six
name.
fight win streak. Yeah, exactly. Making that name. So right now you're on a 6 fight win streak. I see there was one against Randall Wallace. It was a no contest. What happened
Yeah,
there?
I
Accidental eye
got
poke.
poked in the I got yeah, and I've already had a couple like people have scratched my eye before in some past fights and stuff, and I just had eye problems, and it's like something I've been getting it fixed over time with stuff. So, but yeah,
Hmm.
I'm good now.
So how did those other organizations go? It looks like you fought a few times in Uriah Faber's organization. So you went
That's
to
the best
Fury
one.
FC. That's what I was going to
FC,
ask you.
yeah, Fury FC is cool. It's just in California, bro. It's a mission. Like you got to go to Dallas and lose the weight and this and that. Like it is kind of a hassle when I can just go in Sacramento, my hometown. I can stay at my parents' house, bro. Like, how much? What's better than that? Like, I can literally just drive to Sacramento in under an hour and stay and eat where I'm the most comfortable, rather than be in a hotel and stuff. Especially when I got to cut to 185, bro. I got to like really do everything as best as I can, you know. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I like Uriah, and Uriah's a hella cool dude. Hella cool dude. He's putting people on, and he's getting people in the UFC. That Ethan Ewick kid's fucking hella good, and
He
Payne
came out of
Talbot
there?
came from. Yeah, he came out of
Okay.
there, and fucking Talbot did too, and yeah, a few people. Tina
Peyton's a
Black.
beast, bro. Oh, Tina Black. Yeah, she's on the show.
Yeah, yeah,
Did
she's
you
a
ever
good.
think about trying to be on this season? Well, not this
No,
season,
it's
135
35.
pounds. Yeah, but in the
If they
future,
do
that
another
kind of
one,
thing, you were still, yeah.
maybe why not? Right? Like that's not a bad idea. If you gotta do what
I
you gotta do.
mean, it's crazy, bro. I mean, have you heard any offers or any talk at all? 6 fights outside
I've
of the
gotten,
UFC or
I've
28?
gotten Yeah, I've gotten a couple regional offers, but I'm just like, bro, I'm not doing that. What
Hmm.
am I going to gain out of this? It's almost more, even if I don't knock the dude out, it's like a loss. You know what I'm saying? That's the other
That is
problem.
such a good point.
And I got to not even do it. I got to do it like quick, bro. It's like,
Yeah,
there's just
you,
so much
you,
like,
yeah,
what are we doing here? I'm going to, like, right. Like, what are we doing,
yeah.
bro? Just put someone stick their neck out and be like, hey, put him in. And, you know, like, that's cool. That'd be the move. But, in my opinion, but I mean, who knows? It's not. I don't
You
know.
literally need a spinning roundhouse kick or you lost the fight, even if you
Yeah,
dominate for 25 minutes. That's
exactly.
so
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly. I need to throw that roofie fucking spinning back kick 30 times and hopefully it
Man,
lands and kill somebody. You know.
you got to build the Instagram though, bro. Are you posting on there?
Yeah. I'm posting a lot more now. I've been tagging people and stuff, and that's good. My shit's been going up a lot.
100%. Start doing
So
shit like this. That
yeah,
RAF event, if you could get on one of those, it doesn't
yeah,
even need to be corny, you know?
yeah, for sure. It doesn't at all. No, I want to do something for sure, wrestling related and all that. Yeah, you know.
100%, dude. What do you
Yeah.
have lined up? Do you have a fight kind of in the works that
I
you're
have
training
nothing
for?
lined up, dude. I was just trying to get on RAF and stuff, but I have no fights or anything lined up.
Hell
So
yeah.
I'm just chilling. The RAF would be cool, or the UFC BJJ would be cool, something.
You're pretty decent BJJ too?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I do like the 80. I do the trials and like the ADCC trials, and I'll do like the opens and stuff. I placed in a couple of them, and I placed on worlds for brown belt. I've won like
Hell
American
yeah.
nationals. Yeah, I've done the whole thing. So yeah, I
Yeah, bro.
BJJ.
I feel like doing those, but vlogging the entire thing,
Yeah, that's the
maybe even
move
calling
now.
people out, streaming it,
Fuck yeah, people
because
do that,
everyone
bro. They get hella
streams.
views.
Yeah, hella
Yeah,
views, bro. Everyone does it, but if you do it, you actually have credentials backing you. So it goes a
absolutely.
little bit further. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've thought about that. I think doing it for like a tournament would be cool. I see people do it for tournaments, and it's hella cool because it does
So,
give a. It's like a 24-hour day for people, bro. It's like cool. It gives you a
mhm,
real like idea, especially if people coach and stuff. Like it's cool. It's cool seeing that for
100%.
sure.
So you're
You know.
mostly training at Santos Studios right now?
Yeah, mostly with Jason Perla. I'm like with Mackenzie a lot because she's doing her fight camp for in a month or something, and against that Jillian girl who's pretty tough, and it's fun watching her. She and her dad comes, Megatone comes and stuff. It's cool, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's she's getting ready and she looks good. So yeah,
That the Santos Studios, that's the one that bear dude owns, right?
yeah, he's part of
Who is
Jackson.
that guy?
He came out of nowhere, huh?
Bro, I
Yeah,
was hoping you had an answer, man. I just before we got on, I was on Instagram and saw an ad pop up of his
yeah,
Jackson link. I always see that. I have no idea who this dude is, but he's
he's
always around all these
everywhere.
fighters.
Yeah, he's everywhere. He brings in everybody, Armin and all those people, Khalil,
Weird.
Luke, all of them. Yeah, but he was part owner of Jackson, and they helped open the gym and stuff, and then opened Santos like a couple years ago. And now he's just rolling everywhere, trying to do everything. So yeah, he's doing a good job. He's bringing a lot of good people around.
He's definitely bringing it in. Well, that's good,
Yeah,
bro. You got good training there, you know.
yeah, it's a good area to be too, bro. It's Newport Beach. You know what's better than? Have you ever been out there?
Nah, not Newport Beach. Is that south or north? I don't
Well, you
know
got to
anything about
check it.
Cali. It's
You got
sweet.
to check it out. Oh, dude, it's L.A., but it's the better LA. When you think about LA, you come to Newport Beach, bro. That's what it is. It's like the
Man,
best place ever.
I should set up a trip down there. We'll do some content,
Oh yeah, we'll
get
get
your intro in
Capitetti.
it, and get Cap in there.
Yeah, he's only like
Big
an hour
Cap.
away.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
W-
that'd be hella
Were
tight.
you a Stockton dude growing up? Is that how you kind of got mixed up with Nate?
No, what's crazy is my dad is a concert promoter my whole life. That's all he's done. And one of the head security guards in like the early 2000s, his name's Randy Spence. He's the head trainer
Mm,
at NDA, and he's like the black belt. He's hella good.
hell yeah.
And he worked for my dad. And then once he split off and moved to Stockton, we were at a jiu-jitsu tournament in like 2010. He was at a jiu-jitsu tournament and we met up and he's like, come down and train. Da, da, da. And I came down there when I was hella young. I probably went down there when I was like
That's
14.
sweet.
And then I would go down there every other summer or every summer and train with them and stuff. But when I was in school and stuff, I always had football or wrestling, you know, or jiu-jitsu and stuff. So I couldn't really make it. But like in the summer, I tried to go down. And then when I was like 20 years old. I was going down there a lot when I was 19 after college, but when I was 20, I was really going there, and yeah, for a long time.
Hell yeah, bro. That's
Yeah, it's
sweet,
cool.
dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Sick,
it's
man.
sick. Hell yeah, hell yeah,
Dude, but I appreciate you hopping on this. I'm glad that they set this up, Cap.
yeah. Thanks for having me, bro. Yeah, it's
Of
fun
course, bro.
talking.
But before we get out, I just want to make it clear that Nick Maximov is looking to get onto the RAF scene, and I think we're calling out the real Hunter. Is there any
That'd be
other
a good
names we're
one.
looking for?
I would like to wrestle all the main UFC fighters though. That'd be fun. Bo Nichols obviously the
Bo
fucking cream
Nickel.
of the crop
You don't
though.
want to
That'd be
wrestle Bo
good.
Nickel though.
No,
Bo
not
Nickel,
Raph.
nah.
not the first one. Please give me like 4 other people,
Yeah.
and then we'll do it. Fighting, fighting, I would do it. I would like to fight Bo Nickal.
Fighting,
Wrestling,
yeah.
no. Wrestling,
Nah.
that dude's hella good.
One
I know where I'm at.
more name I want to throw out before we get off. A buddy of mine, we were actually kicking it at the last RAF. Kevin Lee, he's looking to get on RAF.
That'd be
Similar
sick.
weight. That might be a good match.
That'd be
Wrestling
a really
background.
good match. Yeah, Kevin
almost wanna
Lee
make
was
it-
a national champ.
Was he national champ?
I think NAIA, but
Was he?
he was a national champ. Yeah, he was good.
That'd be a good one.
That'd be a hella good one, bro.
I should do
Good
I should do
idea.
a group chat. Yeah, you and Kevin Lee.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Good
bro,
idea.
this was sweet. I'll chop it all up. We'll post this on. We'll probably just post this on the YouTube,
Sick.
whatever. But yeah, bro. Thank you.
Yeah,
Eric
appreciate it.
Tribunar here with Nick Maximov. Follow him. What's your IG? Anything you want to
Nick-
plug?
Nicholas Maximo, man. Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Hell yeah.
Peace, bro.
Peace.